door is open. Anybody that wants to leave the prison through the back door and go out to Jordan and the rest of the world, or not today actually, but in general leave through Egypt and go to the rest of the world from Gaza, go ahead, fadl, do it. But that's it. That's all you're going to get. So that in a sense, this is a conflict that's a global conflict. It isn't only a local conflict between Israelis and Palestinians. If it was, it would be less interesting. It affects the entire global system. Oil, geopolitics, certainly it's at the base of the alienation of the Muslim world from the West, all kinds of things. But among other things, it is the world's challenge to human rights and international law. In other words, this is the place where the United States and to Europe to some degree and the international community are supporting a regime that is blatantly illegal. Everything Israel is doing in the occupied territory is against the Fourth Geneva Convention, against laws that the governments themselves formulate. And so this is the challenge. We don't live in Hollywood. There's not always happy endings. If Israel succeeds, with the help of the governments of the world, in imprisoning, warehousing Palestinians permanently, in the Holy Land no less, the implications of that are chilling for everyone. It empties international law and human rights of all its content. And we can talk all we want to about that stuff, but if we can't really implement it, if we have no power to end this occupation and to achieve justice based on international law in Palestine, then we're not going to achieve it anywhere in the world. It also, I think, challenges our religious values. You know, every religion talks about love and compassion and justice and responsibility. That's the basis of religions. Well, if, in fact, here, occupation, oppression prevail, it makes a mockery out of those values as well. We can go and pray all we want to, but it has nothing to do with the real world. So there's a lot really riding on. There's a lot at stake on whether or not we can end this occupation. So what I want to say is I think it has implications way beyond the Palestinians. I call it global Palestine. Because if we win and defeat the occupation and achieve just rights for Palestinians, that gives hope to peoples all over the world whose only hope of a better life is human rights and international law. But if we lose, we're facing a pretty bleak future. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay, I'm very conscious that time is running against us and we want to take as many questions as we can for Jeff, both from here and I hope from our colleagues in Gaza. What I want to do is take maybe 3 questions from the floor here in Malaysia, and while Jeff's thinking about them, we'll maybe take a further question or 2 from Gaza. So I'm going to round up maybe 5 or 6 questions together really, and then you can pull together your answers as you see fit. So how many questions do we have in the room? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gosh, we've got 5 in the room already. Can we keep these questions short and to the point and precise? So put those 5 hands up again. We'll take all 5 of these questions. So they need to be questions rather than statements or polemics. We'll take those 5. We'll then turn to the friends in Gaza. So do be thinking about your questions, and then we'll let Jeff respond collectively. Does that seem okay?
That's fine.
Okay, so we'll work from right to left. So, gentlemen just here, can we bring a microphone? I'll take this microphone.
question, Doctor. I'm Fadil from course of Plan Tech final year. My question is, when we refer to the Israeli objective, especially when looking at their flags, we can see that there are two lines meant that they wanted to make a greater Israel. So what's the purpose of that objective, and how does that fit with the condition that they are making in Palestine by destroying the houses of the Palestinian people?
Yeah, hi. Whenever we watch the media or the news, like whatever it's portrayed is like Hamas and what is going on in Israel, and they just shot some children or something. So where does Hamas come into play? Because I mean, all I know about it is that it's some terrorist group, killing some people. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I would like to ask. Oh, sorry. Okay, I would like to ask whether the red tape is read just about the building permit, or also about the land ownership, or are they Palestinians allowed to own their own land and legally own the land, or is this also the land as such being claimed by Israelis?
So I'd like to ask, what are the things that the Palestinian Authority are doing on their side, and how are the other governments around there helping the Palestinians, if there's any?
Hello. Yeah, I got a sense that the Israeli actually don't really have any clear ideas about what happened to the Palestinians, the kind of suffering that they have to face. Is there any plan on your part, as someone who has special position, being a Jewish, do you have any plan to perhaps create some more awareness inside Israel about the facts of Palestinian itself? Thank you. That's all.
Okay, good question.
Okay, that's the questions from the room here in Malaysia. I think we'll need our speakers on so that we can hear so that we can hear what they're saying in Gaza. Okay, so we're turning to you in Gaza now. You may have questions or comments for Jeff. So either comments in relation to what you're able to hear of Jeff's speech, or questions for Jeff would be very welcome. Over to you in Gaza.
Yes, we do have a couple of questions. I have a question. How difficult was it to start an organization like that? And what kind of problem did you really face?
Okay, so how difficult was it to start the protests against the demolitions, and what difficulties specifically do you face? Is that right? That was the question?
We do have another question.
Yes?
You have recently said about your support for the one-state solution, arguing that the possibility of a two-state solution has long been dead. My question is, why do you believe that a one-state solution is the only possibility to create a just peace in Palestine? Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we have a range of questions for Jeff to respond.
Well, first of all,